Hello, welcome to Life in Mandyland. I'm your host, Mandy, and away we go. I have a good one for you today. We're going to talk all about rejection, and I'm just going to dive right in. I'm going to share some of the stories of my life personally that I have never shared with anybody ever. I'll take that back. People who know me know this, or people who are close to me, but I've never shared this publicly. And I'm sharing my stories and my experience with you guys because I've told you and have been very honest about the trauma that I faced as as a child. The trauma for me was sit down, shut up, be quiet, and you can be seen and not heard. And that trauma went straight into more trauma basically of I'm stupid and no one needs to hear what I have to say, and still, I get shy with, being around people. You wouldn't I mean, sometimes I am, sometimes I'm not, just depends on where I'm at in the moment. But I'm a firm, like, I just truly know that we are constantly expanding and growing, or we should be. And this podcast is healing parts of the child in me from speaking and being seen and being heard. And so the only way to get to the other side is through it. And this is me getting through it. And so it took me a little while to get to the place where I'm like, damn, am I going to share this publicly? But I am. I am going to be very honest. I've never shared my stories before like this. Now I have shared my stories, my, Fertile Darkness, but what you're going to hear today, I have never shared before. I mean, parts of it are going to be in here, but for the most part, we're going to go in deep, and it's going to be very personal. Um, let's talk about rejection. Every single person has been rejected in their lifetime, and some over and over again. Me, over and over and over and over and over again, because I'm completely different than my family. And starting from a child, I don't really think people knew my parents really knew what to do with me. I'm highly empathic. I didn't realize that I do have a lot of gifts. I feel like everybody has them, though. Everybody has gifts, or everybody has their own unique essence of who they are. Mine, I didn't realize a lot of it when I was little. I didn't know. All I knew was one of the people that rejected me but didn't mean to was my grandmother. And she passed away, and I write about that in my book. She passed away when I was 8, almost 9. And she was the one that could see me the most. She was the one that I felt the most love from. My mother, she left whenever I was 5. So we had this a happy little family, and then my mom left it when I was 5 because she was an alcoholic. And she had so much pain from when she was a little girl that it all caught up to her. And she never wanted to leave us. I didn't know this at the time. All I knew is that I was little and I felt like, because every child feels like they've done something wrong or something's wrong with them, if their parent left or somebody rejected them or someone died, the child automatically thinks there's something wrong with me or they didn't love me. And so that is what, I mean, I've had to walk through that like my whole life. And I'm going to get to the other side of rejection and what rejection does teach us. But right now, I just want to share like this story with you guys. So when my mom left, my dad, was a single parent. He was a single parent and he worked a lot to take care of me and my brother. The rejection I told you guys really affected me. I cried myself to sleep just about every single night, hugging a stuffed animal and, wanting my mother. And not understanding, I'd be at babysitters' houses and, see these women come and pick up their child, and my mom was nowhere to be found. So that was, wounding early on. And a lot of us have some sort of rejection wounds from a child. And even if you haven't, you will experience rejection in some form in your life. So you will get a lot out of this. Um, so anyway, yeah, I cried myself to sleep. It was really painful. Dad worked a lot, and so parentless, basically. And fast forward to, my what teenage years, adulthood. I'll let you go in and read my book Fertile Dark. You can get this on Amazon. I'll let you read like a lot of the story here and what happened and what took place and the things that all of the stuff is in that book. But as I got to be an adult, what's crazy is I didn't realize that stuff like this affected me. Things affect you and you don't even realize they affect you. For instance, one of the things that was, painful for me, and when I talk about painful, I'm talking about I am surprised it's that this entire world hasn't been flooded with water from the tears that I've cried in pain. I'm serious. When I talk about rejection, I'm talking about some of the deepest emotional pain, curled up in a ball on many, many, many occasions, crying my eyes out. And I'm shocked. I know the number of tears. I can't believe I have that much water in my body that's come out. But it has been a release, right? Crying is a release. That's what it is. That's why you have tear ducts. That's why we cry. It actually releases out of the body. It doesn't, you can't just hold on to it if you are crying. And so that's one of the ways that I've been able to heal is because it has affected me so deeply. I can't believe my heart is still intact because of the rejection I face. And I'm gonna go into some of the adult things. So when I got married, when I was 17, no, 18, when I got married and my dad gave me away, one of the things that he, told my husband that day was, she's your problem now. So what did that do to me? I mean, I didn't realize it and I just kind of laughed it off and at the time, but I didn't realize how deeply that affected me. Like I was a problem for him. That's what he always saw me as was a problem. So that wounded me. And then I had moments of just wanting to feel loved by my parents. But when your parents or any guardian or anybody like that doesn't know how to, that they didn't have that love and care, or they have wounds that they haven't dealt with, it's automatically going to come projecting onto you. This is the whole reason why, like, I made a 7-day program to help people heal and to like a soul plunge to go inside to do some work inside. If you want to know more about that, you can email me. And I love helping people do, heal or encourage them to heal so that we don't continue these patterns. So that children and adults are not walking around in so much pain and we're not making all of all of the world and how shitty these things can be and how people hurting people, abusing people, sexually assaulting people, all of this stuff comes from people like unhealed trauma. That's the whole reason why I love holding space and I love being there and helping people heal their wounds because I want a better world. I don't want all of this. And I feel like if all of us were doing this work, that we wouldn't be walking around hurting other people all the time. We'd actually be dealing with our own shit. So anyway, that's a little side note. But so, I mean, I remember one time my dad, no, someone had given me a compliment. They basically said, Mandy, you are so pretty. And I can't remember who it was, but I want to say it was like my aunt or something. But I just looked at her and I was just like, yeah, it was because I have a video of it. Um, yeah, she was like, you just look so pretty, or you're so pretty. I can't remember how she said it, but I was like, will you tell my dad that? So I was constantly wanting the support or having my parents see me constantly. I felt like I was unseen and unheard and constantly rejected. And I was by my parents. Later on in life, as I'm growing into, having kids and being a wife and all the things, my parents flip-flopped in and out of my life. My dad's been in and out of my life. My mom's been in and out of my life. And other friends have been, we'll talk about friends in a minute. But let's talk about parents and people that, have been in my life that are, blood relatives. I was never really close to my dad's side of the family. I wanted to be. I wanted to be close to my grandparents, but and I wanted to be close to my parents. I always wanted to have a very loving, respectful relationship with my parents. And there have been, moments that I've had with both of them that have, filled my heart. I'm thankful that I've had the moments. But in between the moments, there was extreme pain. Meaning, for instance, I've talked about my church journey. I will talk more about that and how I've gotten free from it. But when I stopped going to church, this is how deeply messed up this, religion can be. If it puts you in a box and separates you from people that you love, there's something that's wrong. And see, I didn't know that. I used to be in that space. But there was something really wrong. It separated me from other people. I thought that, I was going to heaven and they weren't, because they're doing X, Y, and Z and they haven't received Jesus and all the bullshit that we're taught. That is bullshit. So anyways, um, I just lost my thought. Um, where was where was I going? Do 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 do. Um, oh my God. Take a quick pause, take a break. Mm. Oh, the separation, my mom. That's right. When I stopped going to church years ago, it was back in 2012, I believe. When I stopped going to church, period, I was done with it. And you can go back and watch my second podcast, I believe. It's called Breaking the Silence or something like that. Me and my husband, Jonathan, we talk about our church experience. And this is our experience. This is my experience. And if you are in church and you love it and that's your thing, please do what's best for you. Always. I will respect the hell out of that if you do what's right for you. But don't let it bring separation and don't let it be whatever. That's my soapbox. Okay. My mom stopped talking to me for 9 months. When I stopped going to church, she stopped talking to me. My mom was a Bible teacher. She went to Bible school. Um, and it shocked her that I stopped going to church, that she stopped talking to me for 9 months. And it broke my heart that my mother did this. And I was an adult. And I loved her with every part, every fiber of my being. And I cried a lot during that time. I missed her. Yeah, my beliefs were changing, but that doesn't mean that I was changing. That didn't mean that I didn't want to have a relationship with her. 9 months later, she called me and said, I'm so sorry. Andy, I'm so sorry. You're still my daughter. And even though you're not going to church, I don't really understand what you're doing, but I love you and you're my daughter, and that will never change. I forgave her and we kept on going. I'm telling you, it caused such, and now, and it began to even cause more separation with just the religion, like Christianity. And it's not just Christianity, it's other religions too. If it's causing separation between the people that you love, there's something going on. There's something messed up about that. Um, and so anyways, my dad's been in and out of my life. Sometimes I would call him and be like, "Hey, can I see you?" I've called him so many times. "Hey, can I see you?" "No, I'm doing this." "No, I'm doing that." "Hey, can the kids see you?" The kids love you. They miss you. And so it was always something. There every now and again we got to see dad. And so now that dad is older, he's gotten saved and all the things, and I'm happy for him. If he wants to go to church and is in church and got saved, got the Holy Ghost, whatever, I'm happy for him because if it is helping him, wonderful. But again, he doesn't understand that I'm not in church and he is. And believe me, when I was in church, I tried to get him to come all the time. Isn't that funny? But just the other day, he's like, I'm only going to say this once. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I really want to see you in church again. And I'm like, you know what? I have my own way of doing church, and it's not going to look the same as you, but, and I'm happy for you, but this has all got to stop, okay? Um, so, but later on, the separation started between me and my mom when I started doing tarot, when I started tapping into my mediumship gifts, when it was like, oh, that's the devil. You can't be doing that kind of stuff. And oh, scared of demons and all this shit. I'm like, what are you talking about? I'm like, Mom, what do you feel that when you're with me? Are you scared when you're with me? No. Do you feel loved when you're with me? Like, what is, be discerning, when you are, be discerning. I mean, even the scripture says, judge the fruit of someone, judge the fruit, meaning judge how they're acting. What are they doing? Are they doing good? Are they, what? It's so crazy. I can take this in so many different ways. But okay, so for years, I would say for the last 20 years, my heart is really broken over the rejection and pain I've had with my dad and my stepmom. And for some reason, they have chosen not to have me in their life. And it has the amount of pain that has come with that is so real. And I'm an adult. And I have cried so many tears. Like I said, I can't even believe this world is not filled with so much water flooding from the pain of that, because I've wanted so deeply to have this loving relationship with my parents, with my stepmom, now with my brother. My brother's now gone to, Bible school, and he's going to be an evangelist or whatever. Great. If that's his thing and that's what he wants to do, wonderful. It's not my thing, but I still love you. I'm happy for you, but he can't be happy for me. My book, when this book came out, Fertile Darkness, when it came out, I told my brother about it. I talk about my brother in this book, how much I loved him. And it was him and I against the world, basically, when we were little. I've got beautiful, wonderful memories. I thought me and my brother would be close all of my life, but no, we're not, because of the religion that he's in, the Christianity or whatever, because I'm not where I used to be, and I need to be back in that place. And he's praying, and even has gotten at times his whole church or his whole men's group to be praying for me. And I'm like, I'm actually doing really well. I love where I am. Do you know when I was back where you were? It caused separation for me and other people. Did you know that I could hide behind all of that stuff and pretend I had an affair in that place? I could just pretend everywhere and blame stuff on the devil and blame God or the devil, and and say the devil is separating. No, the devil's not doing any of that. You are. I am. We are the ones that cause division and separation, not the devil. Anyway, it's really sad to me that I have wanted to be close with my family for years, and it has not happened. And here is the part that I didn't realize. All of that pain and all of that rejection over and over and over again, because they would come in my life. Oh, I love you. I miss you. It's so good to see you. And then not, and it's been back and forth for years, years and years and years. And I'm just like, can we just mutually love and honor and respect each other? We don't have to believe the same. We don't have to have the same life, but can we just love one another? Okay, so here's what I have gotten though. What I didn't know, that the rejection, years of rejection and pain that I've suffered in this has brought me freedom and clarity and strength that I didn't even know that I had until something happened last week. And I was like, oh my God, that doesn't affect me anymore. Because I began to be around people that truly love me. I've made my own family. I've made, Oh, and I didn't say this. My daughter now is also, and it's called separation because her and her husband are now in church has caused separation between us. And she told me when she got in church, she called me right after they started going to church and said, "This is not going to affect us, Mama. I love you, and this is not going to affect us. I just want to let you know what we're doing." I took that conversation with a grain of salt because I know what the system does. It's sad. It's really fucking sad. And I am speaking out about it. And it has hurt me. So much so that when my granddaughter, a few years ago, found my tarot cards, grabbed one of my tarot cards. Oh, and the tarot card that she found was about loving yourself. It was about how you have started a whole new world in your life. Like you've closed a chapter in your life and you're starting something brand new. It's so encouraging. And it basically says take time to care and honor and love yourself. It's a beautiful card. Oh, it's got a rainbow on it. I should have grabbed it. It's over there. It's in my deck. Matter of fact, I'll grab it. Hold tight, okay? Hold on to your butts. Hmm. Okay, I'm gonna make this really quick if I can find it. But yeah, it's the world card. So anyway, as I'm looking for this, I'm going to tell you guys that that has caused separation. And then I was banned from seeing my grandkids for a little while unless I had supervision or something like that. It was so crazy. And I'm like, just because, and when she picked up the card, I told her what it was. Um, So it's in here somewhere. I'm just saying this shit has brought separation and pain. Whenever you are a grandmother and your grandchildren are your life, and all of a sudden you're told that you can't see them because they found your card, your tarot card. Oh my God. It was a beautiful card too. I'm trying to find it. Y'all bear with me. And so I'm gonna keep talking while I'm looking for this card. Um, and plus, here's the thing. Closing a chapter out of your life. Here it is. Closing a chapter. Being proud of yourself. That's what it's about. She has a rainbow dress on and she's surrounded in a loving circle. And it's the world card. It's all about starting something new. You should be so proud of yourself for closing out a chapter and you are stepping into a better version of yourself, a better version of your life. That's what this card is all about. Oh, and it says, basically at the end, the mantra is like, I take time out to care, love myself, or something like that, and see the beauty in myself. I'm like, okay, we need to shed some light on this ignorance, people. This is my soapbox, so I am sticking with it. I'm going for it. But okay, again, let's go into what it has done for me. It's made me so fucking strong. The things that could have really affected me because of the pain and trauma and struggle and release and alchemizing. I've alchemized all the pain, and when it comes up again, I alchemize that. I go into it, I go through it, just like I'm doing right here in this podcast. I'm going through it. I cannot believe I'm talking about this for the very first time publicly, but here it is. I'm sick. I'm not, I'm just this is me also encouraging you to speak out. Speak your truth, be who you are, and encourage and love yourself. Let's get back to rejection. I'm talking fast, aren't I? But that's okay. Sometimes I do. Okay, we continue. The rejection, I did not know the rejection. All of years of being rejected, even by my friends. 20 years of friendships. Secrets and things that we've told each other that I will never repeat. Because I love them. I still love them today. But it was good. It was the separate we got separated because of the beliefs again about where my path was going and where their path was going. And it's perfect the way it was. And but it was painful, extremely painful. I didn't think I was going to lose a bunch of friends. But again, all worked out for me. All of the rejection and pain worked out for me. And what I didn't realize it was doing the entire time was making me stronger. A strength inside of me that I didn't even know I had. Again, last week something happened. Something that would have put me in a pit, something that would have, I would have been balled up again, crying my eyes out again, feeling rejected again. I didn't feel it anymore because I filled that space up with loving myself. And every time you are rejected, it is a moment for you to see where you can love yourself. In that space, I need you to go in and say, how can I love me right here, right now? What can I do for me? How can I release this and actually see that this is here for me? It's not to ruin me, it's actually to strengthen me. I'm proof of that. It has made me stronger and stronger and stronger. Do I still hurt? Of course. Am I still going to get rejected? Yeah. But is it going to affect me like it did for years, where I was curled up in that ball and feeling all the pain and feeling like, why won't they love me? It was my higher self going, I'm going to love you. I'm here with you. It was a version of me that has already been through all of this. There's a version of you that's already been through all of this pain and rejection. And the next time you get rejected, I want you to see it that way. Next time somebody rejects you, or you feel rejected from someone, or they just aren't, that is a moment for you to get in touch with yourself. And I know it's painful. And please, if you need to walk through, if you need to, obviously you're walking through it, but if you need help, get the help. I can also help you with that. Um, I love doing that for people because it is very painful when you get rejected. And again, it has happened with my family, my friends, but it was perfect. It has been perfect. Gut-wrenching? Yes. Perfect? Yes. It was supposed to be so that I could become this being that is so fucking strong, that I was torn down over and over and over and over and over again. And every time I got torn down with rejection and pain, and they didn't care, they didn't want to see me, or they were judging because of whatever I'm doing with my life, or the belief systems that I have, or whatever the fuck kept us separated, religion, Christianity, whatever it was, I'm over here going, man, y'all have missed out. Y'all have missed out. I'm a loving being. And if you're in my circle, I'm going to love you. I'm going to help you. The funny thing is, this is what's really funny. My brother used to call me a lot to get advice when we were close back in the day. We were really close. He'd call me for advice. I'd give him advice on whatever he was going through. And I was even sometimes his accountability partner and things. And there was a time where I didn't tell him I was doing tarot, and he would still call me. But whenever I began to come out and be who I am and tell the world what I love, which is something that has helped me the most, this has helped me so much heal and get in touch with my guides and my angels and my ancestors and the ones that love me that I can't see, the beings that are with me all the time, that gives me strength all the time. Ah. Whenever I came out and began to talk about that, that's when my mom just freaked out and got scared. And that's when my brother freaked out and got scared. And both of them have put up, well, my mom has passed over, and we've healed our relationship now. And if you go back on the last one, I talk about the relationship healing after my mom passed over. It's really incredible. I did a podcast with Billy, and she shared her traumatic story of loss of her baby, and all the things that she was awakened, and how she's healed and the things that have happened since then. So her story is gut-wrenching and incredible and empowering. inspiring all at the same time. But in that podcast 4 and 5, I talk about my mom. I talk about the relationship between me and my mom and how it's healed. And I knew that I wasn't going to heal until she passed on because she was too ingrained in the system. She was too ingrained in religion and it was separating us. Um, and so anyways, I will tell you now that I accept everyone as they are. I accept my dad, I accept my stepmom, I accept even though they still don't understand, they don't get it. I accept and love them. I accept and love my brother and my sister-in-law where they are. I love them dearly, and I'm okay if the relationship is never close again. I've accepted it. Accepting it doesn't mean that you have to, accepting it is a whole nother topic. It doesn't mean that you have to accept, the pain of it all. It just means that you are going to be at peace no matter what. You're going to give yourself peace no matter what anybody else is doing or how they're acting or whatever kind of rejection or anything like that that they've done. I send out peace on to everyone. I send out love to everyone. I have, and it's okay with me. I have built a family, and that's the thing is, if you have been rejected, you've been the outcast, the black sheep, you've been the weird one, good, because you're the leader, okay? If you felt rejected over and over again, you're the leader. You're the one that's going to heal this shit, and you are the one that's going to alchemize it, and you're the one that's going to show how to do it. So you're a badass. You're a badass. That was a mouthful, and I talked really fast. I want to talk a little slower, but I am on a time limit. I hope you've enjoyed this. I've enjoyed sharing it, but it's amazing to me the strength that I have now. It knocked the hell out of me over and over again. But all of that, it knocks the hell out of you only to be rebuilt over and over again. So you're being rebuilt from the inside out. Every time this happens, you're being rebuilt. You're being reborn, rebuilt, redone, and you're getting a stronger, more firm foundation up under you every single time you're rejected. And if we could see it like that and go, "Oh, yeah, this sucks. It's painful. Ouch." And feel it all. Yes, move through it. You're not gonna, pretend like it's not happening. That's not what we do. No, I feel it 100%. 100% I feel it. So anyway, I'm gonna leave it here. I feel all of it. I heal all of it. I alchemize it. And is it gonna hurt again? Sure, yeah, I'm sure. But like I said, each time you do it and each time you allow yourself to feel all of the pain and heal all the wounds and then be so kind and loving and gentle to yourself and be that whatever you wanted that person to be for you, you are being that for you now. So you don't need them. How fucking cool is that? So whatever that person that rejected you, whatever you needed from them is what now you are going to be giving to yourself and you're learning how to do that. Bam. We end it there. It's a wrap. I hope you got something out of this. I'm sure you did. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for letting me speak. Or just I am appreciative of the universe. Thank you, universe. Thank you, angels, ancestors, every being that is with me, helping me move through this space to help you move through your space. And we do it by taking that action and doing it. Listening to yourself, being kind and loving and honoring to you and what it is that you need. So again, take that rejection. And yes, it hurts. I know it does. But remember, whatever that person you needed from them, you're gonna do that for yourself. And you're gonna learn how to become more and more of a best friend to yourself. And the thing is you're gonna be getting stronger. And then things are gonna happen that normally would really upset you or before it really upset you and put you in a pit. And you realize you didn't get hard or bitter. You still have an open, loving heart. but it doesn't affect you. You go, okay, cool. Well, I'm going to pivot. I'm going to go do this. If somebody doesn't text you back and you feel rejected, or if somebody doesn't call you back and you feel rejected, let it go. Release it and give that to yourself. Whatever it was, give that to yourself. Or, and you'll be surprised the space that you make brings in new people too. And you can create your own family, your own friends. And I will say this, being alone, because I've been alone, healing a lot inside. And yes, that has been a lonely journey, but it's been a powerful one because I didn't realize how much strength I really did have until I began to move through these spaces by myself. And now I have this beautiful soul plunge program. And if you want to know more about that, get in touch with me. I would love to do it with you. And yeah, I do one-on-one sessions and I do mediumship work. I do tarot readings, whatever it is that you need. You get in touch with me and or if if you're interested in being on my podcast, you have an incredible story and you want to talk about it, or you want to talk, yeah, if you have an incredible empowering story, get in touch with me. I'm going to leave it here. And I hope that you have a wonderful, beautiful place and space and day and night or wherever the hell you are. Mandyland, life in Mandyland is a wrap for today. Thank you for joining me. I'll see you next time. And you're very loved. Just remember that. You're incredible and special, and nobody has your DNA. And now you know why I talk about this stuff all the time. Now you know why I send love out all the time, because I know what it's like to feel rejected. So be around people who love you and inspire you and encourage you. I'll see you next time. And we are